in a quiet corner of the world, where the meadows are green and the streams sing a gentle song, there stood a tree unlike any other. This wasn't just any old oak. It was the Whispering Tree. Its leaves didn't just rustle in the wind. They whispered stories, secrets of the earth and sky that only a true listener could hear. Now, in a little cottage nearby, lived a child named Alara, whose heart was as curious as a cat and as open as the summer sky. While other children chased butterflies or played hide-and-seek, Alara was drawn to the ancient oak. She'd heard the grown-ups talk about it, calling it the Whispering Tree, but she wanted to know its secrets for herself. One sunny afternoon, with a book in her hand she didn't intend to read, Alara went to the tree. She sat beneath its sprawling branches, the shade a cool blanket against the warm sun. Closing her eyes, she didn't try to force anything. She just listened. At first, all she heard was the buzz of a bumblebee and the distant call of a cuckoo. But then, as she quieted her own thoughts, a new sound emerged. It was a soft murmur, like the turning of 1,000 tiny pages. Listen closely. A voice seemed to sigh through the leaves. "I have stories to tell." Alara's eyes snapped open, but she saw no one. The voice was everywhere and nowhere, woven into the very air around the tree. It spoke of the squirrels who buried their winter acorns, forgetting where half of them were, which is why new oak saplings often sprouted in the most surprising places. It whispered about the family of robins, nesting in its highest branch, and how the father robin had a special song he only sang for his mate at dawn. Day after day, Alara returned. The tree told her about the history of the land, of the people who had rested in its shade centuries ago. It described the feel of the first spring rain after a long winter and the deep, silent cold of a starry night. It didn't speak of grand battles or kings, but of the small, magical moments that make up life. It taught her how the roots held hands with the roots of other trees underground, sharing news and nutrients, a silent, vast community beneath her feet. Alara learned that the world was full of secrets, not hidden away in locked chests, but waiting in plain sight for anyone willing to pause and listen. The rustle of leaves, the pattern of a spider's web, the scent of damp earth were all part of a grand, beautiful story. The tree taught her that the greatest magic wasn't about casting spells, but about paying attention. It was the magic of connection, of understanding that she was part of something much bigger than herself. One day, an old traveler weary from his journey stopped to rest under the tree. He saw Alara sitting there, a serene smile on her face. "What has you so captivated, little one?" he asked. Alara looked up and said, "I'm listening to the tree's secrets." The traveler chuckled softly. "And what has it told you?" "It told me," Alara began, her voice full of wonder, "that every living thing has a story if you just know how to listen, and that the best secrets are the ones shared with a friend." The old traveler fell silent, a thoughtful look in his eyes. He sat down beside her, closed his own eyes, and for the first time in a very long time, he just listened, and in the gentle rustling of the leaves, he too began to hear the whispers. The story of Alara and the Whispering Tree reminds us that magic is all around us. It's in the quiet moments, in the voice of nature, and in the joy of discovery. All it takes is a curious heart and the willingness to listen. Thank you so much for joining me on this little journey today. If you enjoyed this story, please give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe for more tales that spark the imagination. Until next time, keep listening to the world around you. You never know what secrets it might share.